I think that I'm successful when I can sell myself.
Hi, I'm here to see Mary Hanley. Hi, she's right in her office back there. Okay, thank you.
For more than 4 years, Jane Ward has been selling promotional products and specialty advertising. It's a challenge in a very competitive industry, but one Jane enjoys.
I love what I do. Selling is very fun. It's very rewarding if you get a great order.
And getting more of those great orders is a goal for Jane, so she turned to sales trainer and consultant Sam Black.
So then I have to research and find her purple tote bag.
Research is one of the key parts of preparation before any salesperson makes a call.
Know what's going on at that company, have a little history about what it's doing in the marketplace. So when you go in, you feel very comfortable that you know the basics, and you can say, you know, I was looking at your website and saw, and that lets the prospect feel that you were interested right off the bat, that you took that extra time to go and look them up.
How does a successful salesperson identify the potential customer's needs in order to really customize a sales presentation?
Well, that's a great question, because most salespeople don't identify needs. They jump right in. They're so excited. They want to tell everything about their product or service. The way to do it, you have to ask questions, and good questions. Not questions that you could have found during your research, which we talked about, but questions that will help you get the prospect to talk to you about their fears, their concerns, their dissatisfactions, their problems that they're experiencing because they do not have this service or product that you are about to talk to them about.
After Jane has the answer to those questions, she can show the potential client she has a solution.
I like to think that I can kind of get an idea from what the person has told me, what they're looking for, the item, what event they're looking for, that I can pull together some ideas for them so that I'm not taking in 10 catalogs when one will do. I think there are a lot of times when you can really provide too much information.
That product knowledge and your knowledge of the customer can differentiate your presentation from the crowd.
You have to be more focused on what the person's needs are. So even though you're carrying around this set presentation, as you do your discovery, which we talked about earlier, you customize your presentation. So you can skip 3 or 4 pages of your PowerPoint if those pages discuss some item or product or feature that your prospect voiced no interest in whatsoever. Don't bore them with the stuff that they don't need to hear.
Selling is really unique. It's one of the only jobs in the world where we get paid to get rejected. So how does a salesperson really keep those confidence batteries charged and face that rejection?
And I think if you are a good salesperson, you take the challenge very positively and you don't get depressed. You reward yourself for doing the activities, because activity is the way to deal with rejection. If you're doing the activities, you're on a solid path. So reward yourself. Tell yourself if you do 500 dials in a week, you will buy a new pair of shoes at Nordstrom's or buy a new putter if you're a golfer.
Honestly, you have to have very thick skin, and you have to realize that if somebody says no or says, I'm sorry, you know, your price wasn't as good as someone else's, or your price was the same but the other company could produce it for us faster. You just have to learn not to take it personally at all.
Another part of the sales success formula is maintaining a good relationship with existing clients.
But what I do very well is I look at articles in the industry of some of my clients, and if I see one, I will cut it out and copy it and put a sticky on it and send it off. So those types of things, staying in front of your clients, knowing their personal lives, knowing, being aware of things that will impact their business and staying in communication with them, they appreciate that.
I've been very fortunate in the clients who I have developed through that means. They have been very good to me, and I've gotten a lot of referrals.
But if a salesperson doesn't have referrals, there are ways to develop a new client base.
First of all, you have to be constantly reading in your local newspaper and looking at people who are talked about in the local columns, who's won an award, what company has moved, what company has hired new people for whatever your product or service is that they might need it. Secondly, you need to join a lot of things in your community, all the chambers and all your professional groups. You need to belong, and not only belong, but you need to volunteer and be part of committees, whether it's new membership or it's the golf tournament, something that gets you visible
So it's the preparation, research, and hard work that you do before you ever make the call that allows you to project confidence and be successful in sales. I'm Susan Wilson-Solovic reporting for SBTV, your premier source for news and information about small business.